pork chops and karate chops were the same thing. I thought they were both pork chops. And because my grandmother thought this was cute, because they were my favorite, she let me keep doing it. Not really a big deal. And then one day, before I realized that fat kids are not designed to climb trees, I fell out of a tree and bruised the right side of my body. I didn't want to tell my grandmother because I was afraid I'd get in trouble for playing somewhere that I shouldn't have been. A few days later in gym class, the teacher noticed the bruises and sent me to the principal's office. From there, I was sent to a really small room with a really nice lady who asked me all kinds of questions about my life at home. I saw no reason to lie. As far as I was concerned, life was pretty good. I said whenever I'm sad, my grandmother gives me karate chops. Oh. This led to a full-scale investigation. I was removed from the house for 3 days until someone finally decided to ask me how I got the bruises. News of this silly little story quickly spread, and I earned my first nickname, Pork Chop. To this day, I hate pork chops. I'm not the only kid who grew up this way. Surrounded by people who used to say that rhyme about sticks and stones, as if broken bones hurt more than the names we got called them all. So we grew up believing that no one would ever fall in love with us, that we'd be lonely forever, that we'd never meet someone to make us feel like the sun was something they built for us in their tool shed. So broken heartstrings bled the blues as we tried to empty ourselves so we would feel nothing. Don't tell me that was less than a broken bone. That an ingrown life is something surgeons can cut away. That there's no way for it to metastasize, it does. She was 8 years old. Our first day of grade 3 when she got called ugly. We both got moved to the back of class so we could stop getting bombarded by spitballs. But the school halls were a battleground, and we found ourselves outnumbered day after wretched day. We used to stay inside for recess because outside was worse. Outside, we had to rehearse running away and learn to stay still like statues, giving no clues that we were there in grade 5. They taped a sign to the front of her desk that said, "Beware of the dog." To this day, despite a loving husband, she doesn't think she's beautiful. Because of the birthmark that takes up a little less than half her face. Kids used to say she looks like a wrong answer that someone tried to erase but couldn't quite get the job done. And they'll never understand that she's raising 2 kids whose definition of beauty begins with the word mom. Because they see her heart before they see her skin. Because she's only ever always been amazing. He was a broken branch grafted onto a different family tree, adopted. Not because his parents opted for a different destiny. He was 3 when he became a mixed drink of 1 part left alone and 2 parts tragedy. Started therapy in 8th grade. Had a personality made up of tests and pills. Lived like the uphills were mountains and the downhills were cliffs. Wore 5th suicidal and a tidal wave of antidepressants. And an adolescence of being called Popper. 1 part because of the pills and 99 parts because of cruelty. In grade 10, a kid who still had his mom and dad had the audacity to tell him, "Get over it." As if depression is something that could be remedied by any of the contents found in the first aid kit. To this day, he has a stick of TNT lit from both ends. Could describe to you in detail the way the sky bends the moment before it's about to fall. And despite an army of friends who all call him an inspiration, here begins a conversation piece between people who can't understand sometimes being drug-free has less to do with addiction and more to do with sanity. We're not the only kids who grew up this way. To this day, kids are still being called names. The classics are, "Hey stupid," "Hey spads." Seems like every school has an arsenal of names getting updated every year. And if a kid breaks into school and no one around chooses to hear, do they make a sound? Are they just background noise from a soundtrack stuck on people who can say things like kids can be cruel? Every school was a big top circus tent, and the pecking order went from acrobats to lion tamers to clowns to parties, all of these miles ahead of who we were freaks. Lobster-clawed boys and bearded ladies, oddities juggling depression and loneliness, playing solitaire, spin the bottle, trying to kiss the wounded parts of ourselves and heal, but at night, while the others slept, we kept walking tightrope. It was practice, and yes, some of us fell. But I want to tell them that all of this is just debris, left over when we finally decided to smash all the things that we thought we used to be. And if you can't see anything beautiful about yourself, get a better mirror. Look a little closer. Stare a little longer. Because there's something inside you that makes you keep trying, despite everyone who told you to quit. You built a cast on your broken heart. You signed it yourself. You signed it they were wrong. Maybe they didn't belong to a group or a clique. Maybe they decided to pick you last for basketball or everything. Maybe you used to bring bruises and broken teeth to show and tell, but never told. Because how can you hold your ground when everyone around you wants to bury you beneath it? You have to believe that they were wrong. They have to be wrong. Why else would we still be here? We grew up learning to cheer on the underdog because we see ourselves in them. We stem from a root planted from the belief that we are not what we're called. We are not just cars sitting empty and stalled out on some highway, and in some way we are, don't worry. We only have to walk and get gas. We are graduating members from the class of we made it. Not the faded echoes of voices crying out names will never hurt me. Of course they did. But our lives will only ever always continue to be a balancing act that has less to do with pain and more to do with